Part 2 for Miss Monica. Is that little spot pulsing away in there?
Yes, it is, that's right.
Wanting to run away, I don't know.
Yeah.
Let's see which. Oh, actually, there's a new thing on here that maybe I don't know if I've done on you yet, and you find out what your core fluorescence at the moment. So the biggest emotional thing going on is, so scan and we'll win a prize.
Oh, okay.
And it is, okay. So it's, so which one is it? What's the name of it? Oh, Holly. Holly is for looking at what other people have and wishing you had something that they had.
Okay.
Even just imagine closer relationships,
Yeah.
closer, sort
Yeah.
of, yeah,
Family.
good old family.
You know, when you look at other people's family and look at mine,
Yeah,
crap.
bit of a challenge. Okay, so now we'll get some detoxing going on in the background. Okay, so I'm going to put on a lung combo, but this has all sorts of things about detoxing with smog and detoxing nightshades and detoxing, lots of detoxing,
Okay.
as well as the mucus and everything.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so let's ask for a biofilm and mucoid plaque. And hold, yep. Hold, yep.
What you asked me to do?
Biofilm and mucoid plaque. And hold. Interesting, hold. Because, for the things that have locked, there's been nothing there,
Yeah.
And these ones, yeah, right. Biofilm and mucoid plaque on that lung meridian. I would have sworn I turned that off a minute ago. Obviously not.
It turned back on.
It's being a challenge. I wonder why. Biofilm and mucoid plaque. And hold that. And hold. Hold. Hold.
I like it when I can do what you asked me to do.
Hold. And hold. So, let's just ask about, I know you're drinking a lot of water at the moment, but I just want to ask you if there's any chronic dehydration in there that's messing with, so in relation to any and all dehydration. Because that whole thing with the VLAs, how much fluid's inside the cells compared to outside. Yeah, so feel this. So there's something going on with your cells being able to actually take in the fluid right into the belly of the cells. Okay.
I need a little cushion to
Yes.
let the water in.
Do you remember that acupuncture ad from years ago with one of our health funds? There was sort of like a little cartoon person, or maybe it was a loony cartoon. Anyway, there was a
I sort of
cartoon.
remember the cell, like looking like a cell with the.
Yeah, there was sort of like but it was a man, and he had all these needles on him all over the place. But there was water poking out of all of the needles. Everywhere there was water there with these little droplets. So one of my nephews, Nava, he called me a fish slapper recently.
Oh, okay.
And I said, why'd you call me a fish slapper? I said, are you talking about that health fund ad? And he said, I don't know what you're talking about. I was just joking. And I said, yeah, but that's a very specific joke. Do you remember there was an NIB ad for health funds about 15 years ago, it might have been 20 years ago, where they were saying all the alternate natural methods that they were supporting with the health fund rebates.
Yes.
And there was a sign of a kinesiologist up over the door, and when you went in, this guy was slapping fish over the top of the person. And Anyway, so I found that very amusing. I would go along to kinesiology courses and they were taking it very, very seriously.
Yeah.
And I thought, oh well, any advertising's better than no advertising,
That's right.
I thought.
Yeah.
Okay, let's check pain and pain hormones. How's your pain levels been?
Pretty good.
And hold, 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 hold. Good. But the cold is really messing with you, isn't it?
Well,
Yeah.
I can't handle it.
Okay. So, and what are you missing out on because of the cold?
I don't want to do anything.
Yeah.
That's the lack of motivation.
Yeah.
I could stay in bed all day.
Yeah.
I haven't. But yeah.
But you're being tempted.
Oh yeah.
Okay. So,
It's a dog that
is it a
gets me up.
fear of getting cold?
No, I feel
A
cold.
hatred of getting cold?
Yeah, I hate being cold.
Okay. So in relation to the hatred of being cold,
I hate winter.
I'm not living on this planet. We could all move to the equator, I suppose.
Yeah.
Yeah, okay. So you can feel what that's doing. So that hatred of the cold is throwing you into a survival pattern, deep survival, hidden deep survival, and it's activating your adrenals. So it's basically like a trauma that's happening in your body every time it gets cold.
Yeah. Sometimes I feel I've got to put so much clothes and blankets on, and then the blankets, I can't move because of the blankets.
Mm.
So I started putting more clothes on now, and
Yeah.
give me summer any day. I can jump into a pool or anything like that. Cool. Have a shower.
Yeah, it's tough, isn't it?
Yeah. How do you get warm?
Layers.
Yeah.
Okay, so where do we need to go with this survival, deep survival, hidden deep survival pattern? Let's go play with the periventricular survival system first. Okay, so first one's the orbitofrontal cortex, so that's conflict. You know you've got to get out of, actually you don't have to get out of bed. You can stay in bed for the next few months if you want. You actually can do that. You're a grown up. You're a grown ass woman and you can choose to do that if you want.
Yeah, I'm sure.
Yes, but if you don't actually choose to do that. Okay, so the orbitofrontal cortex is all about conflict. Shall I, shan't I? You know,
Yeah.
the dog needs me, really? I got to go to work, really?
We
Gotta
should
go
go
help
for
at
a
the
walk
church,
this morning.
really?
And I said, no, we can't go for a walk. We'll go for a walk this afternoon. So I gave her a few treats. I went upstairs and she's there growling, howling at me. And I went down and I said, what's the matter with you? And she's just sitting there howling. I said, I've given you too many treats. You're not having any more.
Little munchkin.
Oh.
Well, this little part of the brain that's about conflict, it's actually waiting for something sensible to happen in your brain. So it's sort of going, I know you want to stay in bed for 2.5 months, but come on, really?
Just tell me what to do.
Hold out. Mm. So it's waiting for a logical or creative solution, which you find when you put on layers.
Mm.
There's definitely a chill in the air.
It has to be the coldest winter, isn't it?
Global warming.
I know I felt it a bit last year, but not as bad as this year.
Got the heater out?
Yep. Oh my God, I wouldn't be surviving.
Yeah, right. Next one, subclossal gyrus. Okay, so which end of the spectrum is it? So is it up at the anger end or is it the... Yeah, right. You might not be coping because of a lack of sunshine as well. You know, we lose our motivation. You know that thing,
yeah.
SAD,
Yep.
seasonal effectiveness disorder. Yeah.
The days when the sun's not shining, I'm worse.
Yeah.
That's why yesterday I thought, I'm just going to go out there for a couple of hours and just walk.
Nice. And you felt better?
Yeah.
Yeah. I think I've seen sunshine a couple of times from in here with clients, and by the time I've got out there, it was cloudy, and I've gone, oh!
Yeah.
One day I actually took a chair out the side of the house, and I found like a little patch of sun, but the wind was so cold that I couldn't actually stay there. I thought, okay, this is stupid.
Yeah.
Or I should have taken a blanket out with me as well, or something.
Yeah, I've been sitting on the deck in the morning and having a cuppa, and yeah, it's been good that way.
Keep a lovely deck. Okay, next one's the little reticular activating system. So let's see. So this is specifically about the cold and the motivation associated with the cold. Yep. Yeah, shuts down your serotonin, which then heightens your vigilance for the cold. So when your serotonin isn't making you feel warm and fuzzy energetically, then your physicality is really activated by the cold. There's these things on our cells, on our skin called toll-like receptors that are primed for how we feel with the environment around us. Obviously cold is a natural part of life. Actually, I might ask about your toll-like receptors. Just out of curiosity, see if they're messing with you.
It's all over your body?
Yeah, totally. And it's actually on the inside of your gullet as well, you know, so basically you can imagine the inside of your gut from your mouth to, you know, that's actually like the outside of your body. Like all of that has the same sort of receptors, what it allows in and what it doesn't.
That might
It's
be
not
why
quite the
why
same.
You want hot stuff.
Yeah, I've been making pots of tea with just ginger and lemon and and I chucked in a teaspoon of cinnamon in my pot of tea last night. Actually, I hadn't thought about it, but adding some cloves would be nice in there.
Yeah.
Just keep it nice and herbal. Real herbs. Yeah, there's fear, threat, danger. So the energy of the cold is putting you into fear. It's making everything vigilant.
Yeah.
Then your toll-like receptors will be ready like a 10 out of 10 for when there's cold. So it'll just be looking out for it and not liking it.
Well, that's so true. You've got the wind as well.
Yeah. Okay, so what it sets up in winter is, so probably because your energy gets low, you don't feel as motivated, then you have your old friend, the fear of failure, come in. Fear of failure. Yeah, old pain and punishment friend. Hello, little fella. Wouldn't you rather be doing something else than looking after Monica all day, every day? Yeah, right. Linked into bladder energy. So there's a dread of winter, of cold. Frustration and impatience with the cold.
Yes.
And you lose your courage to do stuff.
That's right. Don't sit around.
Good. Okay. So once again, in relation to the cold,
Just get up.
hold. But that was your conscious, subconscious, and unconscious brain all working against you. That's a lot of energetic stuff in there working against you getting out of bed and getting your motivation up and running. And hold. Okay, let's check your center of gravity. Yeah, like a U at the equator. And hold. Yeah, no.
I know you asked me
And
how
hold.
I
No.
don't.
So third stage of stress. Feminine side, masculine side.
What's the doing? Why don't I just get and do it?
How many times haven't you reached your 10,000 steps a day?
Only about once or twice.
Right, so you've done it most of the time.
Most of the days.
So the masculine, it's sort of the kinesthetic masculine side, so it's down. And so it's like once you feel that you're up and running and doing it, you're okay. But until you feel that you're doing it, your brain doesn't believe it's going to be okay. Your brain is going, no, it's too freaking cold, I'm not going anywhere. But it's the masculine side, so you're in that masculine energy of doing in your mind before it happens in your body.
Yeah.
And you're working your tuchus off because you want to keep doing your steps, you want to keep walking your dog, you want to keep doing, what you want to do.
Last year I was getting up at 4:30 and going for a walk with the dog before I went to aqua.
That's bloody crazy.
This time, we go around about 4 o'clock in the afternoon.
And maybe that's the more sensible thing to do. Okay, base chakra. So, let's go have a look. Let's have a look at base, adrenals, sphenoid combo. Yeah, right. So that's, once again, it's linking into more despondency, that lack of sunshine, that lack of sunshine energy.
I think I said that to someone the other day. The days the sun doesn't come out, I just don't want to do anything.
Yeah. And how different can it be from morning till afternoon? We can have the most beautiful sunny morning and within hours just be miserable. Freezing.
Couldn't live in Melbourne.
No.
Oh, right.
Okay, so yeah, right. Okay, so your crown chakras, is that because of the base chakra? So your base chakra's been working its tuchus off but failing to try to keep you grounded, but that's then taking away from your crown chakra. So how are you going at meditation at the moment? You're okay?
Yeah.
Like you do it and you can stay focused and switched on and...
It depends on the day.
Okay. Yeah. So I might just stake in your base chakra and your crown chakra as a little combo. See if they're communicating. And hold. Negatory Batman. Okay. So what do we need to do?
Concentration too.
Yeah, right. So tuning for combo. Small intestine. Small intestine's connected to the heart. So it's about shock and sorrow and sadness. Feeling unappreciated. And unintegrated. Okay? That's the second one. Gallbladder, yeah, right, so it's the masculine energy again, because gallbladder energy feeds into small intestine energy, so they're both the yang organs, the masculine organs. We joke, they're both hollow, masculine, haha. Just joking.
I'm laughing.
The yin organs, the feminine, we work all the time. The yang ones work sometimes.
Well, that's what I'm doing, working sometimes.
So small intestine, gallbladder. Yeah, right, so feeling really downtrodden. Mountain devil. You know, I mentioned jealous of, things that, so there's a real wanting to be out there doing something in the world that you can't do because of circumstances. So there's like a grief around that turns into anger, because grief turns into fear, fear turns into anger, anger turns into this imbalance with all of our love, joy, hate sort of stuff, and you hate the cold. So the externalized frustration of the gallbladder energy is feeding into that hate energy in your small intestine. Okay, let's go have a play. Which one do we need?
Yeah, I have to be somewhere at a certain time. I can still do it, but...
Okay, so gallbladder and small intestines. Now this was crown and base. I take responsibility for my attitudes and now choose to kindly, gently, lovingly and supportively dissolve my anger, my holding grudges, and my suspicion into all-encompassing love. I make the commitment to kindly, gently, lovingly and supportively recognize and acknowledge my feelings. I will also accept, forgive, and love myself and others. Feels like we need to put the climate in there, the cold weather. I take responsibility for my attitudes and now choose to kindly, gently, lovingly and supportively transmute my hatred, suspicion, anger and holding judges of the cold into all-encompassing love. I make the commitment to kindly, gently, lovingly and supportively recognize and acknowledge my feelings. I will also accept, forgive and love myself and others. Where did you grow up? Same area?
Yeah, Brisbane.
Yep. Yeah. So you've always lived this area your whole life?
Yeah, I lived in Adelaide when I was first born, and then we went to Salisbury, and I moved to where I am now.
Yep.
Then they're going to take me out of the box.
Yep, they'll have to take Doug out in a box too, I reckon.
Yeah. Why move?
Yeah.
And all that money just to get a different roof over your head.
Totally.
Gosh, living there so long.
You ain't going anywhere. Okay. Okay, so what do we need around the cold?
Blankets.
Yeah, right. Okay, so is there a past life thing going on here, or a genetic thing going on here, or a safety thing going on here? Safe. Okay, so safety with the cold. That's subconscious. Okay. You are warming up though this year, aren't you? Last year it felt like for some weeks you weren't. Yeah, okay. Okay. I feel safe in the cold. I feel safe in the cold. Hold. And hold. 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 Not none of those. Oh, okay. Trust in your body to get warm. Okay. So I trust myself that I can keep warm in the cold. And hold. It is a worry, all the government's sort of pushing the whole cut down your electricity and we're gonna, like some places in the world have been having the brownouts for years. Now they're going to start throwing them at us to meet the Green New Deal.
The only thing is, they say it's going off between 6 and 8. Nothing happens. But people have most probably turned off everything and,
Yeah.
done whatever they have to do. And
I trust my body to stay warm and safe in the cold. Hold.
oh, we can do it.
Yeah. Okay, so fear of failure, fear of success. Do you not want to like the cold? Yeah, right, you don't want to like the cold. So you're happy hating the cold. Interesting. Okay, so I choose to be happy and healthy in all climates. I choose to be happy and healthy in all climates. And hold. Not quite. I choose to be happy and healthy in all climates. Okay, so once again, is this just you, or is it familial? Is it genetic? Is it toll-like receptors? Yeah, right. Your toll receptors are freaking out. Actually, let me go back to your doodad, see what the skin showed up. I actually saw toll-like receptors on someone's, or there was something that made me think of them. I'm just curious what your skin said. Yeah, breathe cleaner air. And lymphatic massage.
Okay, next week.
Regular stretching. You're doing some stretching?
Mm.
I don't do stretching. I'm a
No.
shocker. Every time I see Maddie, he says, "Are you doing stretching?" And I laugh at him. He knows I don't do it.
After Aqua, yes, we do that.
Skin, here we are. So the hair follicle receptors are really stressed. The veins in the in the skin follicles are really stressed. Oh, free radical damage externally. Okay. Once again, clean air for the skin, Interesting. And it says moisturise.
That's what I'm trying.
Yeah. No, okay. That's cool. Keep that little detox going. Actually, I might throw this one on for oxygen and depression. Just pick up that, feel good energy to your brain. It's for low oxygen. It helps to energetically protect you. And for love, forgiveness, gratitude, sleep, stamina, stress-free, feeling dull.
Yeah, how I said I'd take my oxygen level on my duty. It's been down one every night this week.
What, like 97 or
98?
98? Yeah, right.
98.
Interesting.
It's normally 99, 99.
Yeah?
Yep.
Yeah, okay.
My pressure got down up to over 80 the other day.
Yeah, right, the
That's
bottom
impressive.
number.
Yeah.
Interesting.
So always, 79, 75, 74.
I choose to be happy, healthy and well through winter. I choose to be happy, healthy and well in the cold. And hold, that's better. And hold, that's better. Hold, hold, hold. Nice.
Now I won't be complaining about this cold anymore, hey?
Okay, let's go make you some herby burbies, but before we do, we'll just, so this is the conscious and unconscious meridians, central and governing. Just sort of shift any negative energy that's hanging. Don't need it, don't want it. See how your little motivation goes. Bit of an October deadline
Yes.
that we can throw out there to the world.
Yes. This has been about the quietest I've been all week.
Yeah,
Otherwise I'm coughing.
well done.
Thank you.
Okay, we'll see you all later.
See you next time.
Bye.
Bye.